Hey everyone, and welcome back to Cutting Through. We restarted the series last week, and this is the second episode. So today we're going to be talking about brandy and brandy in India and the Indian market, and how producers are trying to change it, how to change the perception of brandy for a younger audience, for a new generation of drinkers who have not really gotten used to brandy azette, who are more into white spirits or beers and wines. So and there. Hey Pooja, how are you?
Good, Antoine. How are you doing?
All well, all well. You can hear me clearly?
Yes, yes. Can you
Great.
hear?
Yes, absolutely. Fabulous. Okay, so Pooja is with Doctors Brandy, and she's taken over as the CEO. She has a background in HR, where there we have the bottle, with HR, and she had a company before that, and now she's recently is the third generation of a family to join the business, Mohan Brothers. So Pooja, just take us a little bit into the background of the company. I'm not sure. I know everyone knows the brandy and everyone knows the brand, but they don't really know the company too much.
So we have to go way back. So this is 1934 when my grandfather launched Mohan Brothers. At that point of time, we were allowed to import foreign liquor into the country. So that's what the business was all about, importing and selling in India. In 1970s, there was an import ban. So then my uncle joined the with my grandfather, and they started local brands. And it was in 1972 that we first introduced the label. So our very first label is and was Doctor's Reserve Number One Brandy.
Okay.
And then after that, it's been a ride where my father joined the business. I was at the age of 3 when I first tried brandy.
Okay.
As you all know, it always started with the perception that brandy is medicinal. So that was the excuse, I guess, to
Sure,
drink.
sure.
You know, it's strong. It gives you a good kick and it does not give you a hangover. So everybody loved drinking it. And I was made to drink it at 3. The excuse
Me
that
too. Okay.
yeah, my dad just wanted me to try it all. And I have a son now at 1. He's 1.5. And he was like, have you made him try brandy? I was like, maybe that's too soon now. Yeah, that's how it all started. And now it's 2020. And I've realized that brandy is something that when I talk to people about it and when I introduce my father's business, you know, I'm always telling them, I'm sure your grandparents would have heard of the one brandy. You know, it's time to
Yeah.
change that. It's trying to, you know, have you tried a good brandy in India? Because it's almost synonym to us, and I'm proud to say that we are known to have one of the best quality of brandy in India, in Mumbai, in
Sure.
Maharashtra. So when I talk to friends and family, I don't want to talk about your grandparents knowing it anymore. So I've joined the business this year, and yeah, let's see where it goes.
Right. So, I mean, brandy has a certain perception in India, and there's also a certain market for brandy. And I'm not sure most people know this, but South India is the largest consumer. Can you just throw a little bit more insight into the brandy market in India?
So it's about 8% of the entire alcohol market, just 8%. And out of that, only 3% is for premium brandy. Majority of that is enjoyed in South India. So what happens in South India? It rains a lot. Brandy is a drink
Okay.
that you drink mostly in the rainy season. So it's a drink that you enjoy most when it's raining. As you know that people in South India, I mean, of course, we all know that literacy is higher there. What they do is from the time that they are children, it is similar to what I experienced. It is the parents, the grandparents that have engraved the thought that drink
Hmm.
brandy for medicinal purpose. So they're just so used to doing that. They're used to drinking it for medicinal purpose, not to just enjoy a drink every day. So when you start doing
Right.
that at a young age, you just enjoy the drink. It's evergreen. You enjoy it for all different purposes. Consumption is the
Right.
highest in South India.
Okay, okay. And one of the things, one is of course that it's largely as a medicinal drink, as what you were talking about. There's also been a very masculine imagery around brandy. So I think these are a couple of things that, sorry?
With the cigar.
Yeah, with all of that. So I think there's something there also that has a little scope for you to kind of play around with and to change. And I think that is what you kind of been aiming to do with the new brandy, the new packaging and the new design that you've come up with. So tell us a little bit about that.
Right. So we changed since the time it has been introduced, we've changed the bottle about 6 times. Now you can see it has this whole diamond shape. Why diamond? Diamond is precious. Women like
Okay.
diamond as well. So we're surely consciously trying to move towards something which is now more trending, which is now more young. We're also, trying to position ourselves as a brand that, as a drink, where that you don't need to replace with your traditional drink. So continue drinking your whiskey, continue drinking your, rum and coke. But you can try brandy as well. I mean, I'm not so much
Right.
of a drinker, but a lot of people tell me that brandy goes well with coke. And
Really?
because it has less calories, you're in fact no calories, you're saving on a lot of sugar there as well. So yes, brandy goes well with coke. I have it as a sidecar with my orange juice and my lemon juice, so easy for me to make it home. What is brandy eventually? It's distilled wine. All women
Right.
like, most women. um, so what my intent is to create more brandy drinkers, because honestly it's a drink that once you try and you find your way of drinking it, you will continue to drink it. You just need to discover the way you like to enjoy it best, and that's what we're
Sure.
trying to.
Okay. Now, you've also talked about the brandy being made from champagne grapes or sparkling grapes in India. I think uh, in India it's mostly Chenin Blanc, though I think Edmund Pinto just asked whether it's Ugni Blanc, but Ugni Blanc is only for cognac in France. I don't think we're growing any Ugni Blanc in India. So, do you want to tell us about what is the varieties that you're using, what grape varietals you're using for this?
So we use 7 different kinds of grapes. Some come from Baramati, some come from Nasik. Now, out of contract with the Mohan Meakin, I'm not really allowed to reveal more about these grapes. But what I can tell you is that there are 7 different types. They are crushed with the spirit of brandy, matured brandy spirit. Um,
Right,
we mature it for 7 years at minimum. That's why it's VSOP, very special
right,
old. Now VSOP can even be 3 years, 5 years. A lot of brands in India even just label themselves as VSOP, but you need to have matured your spirit for a minimum period of 3 to 4 years to be called a VSOP, and we mature it for 7 years. That's what is
okay,
special particular brandy. When we introduced it, my grandfather wanted to give it the color of whiskey because he was a whiskey drinker. But I'll also tell you something too much about. We have now an even more mature brandy coming out.
oh, okay.
We think that by the 1st of January,
Hmm.
and that will be something even more special. And so there's lots more coming for brandy this year.
Oh, wow, that sounds really exciting. I think there's been a kind of a brandy revolution globally where, people are kind of rediscovering brandy and trying to put it out to the new generation. How does the VSOP thing and all of the new brandies, how are you going to actually get younger people to be interested in it?
So the younger people, let's see, how do they consume their drinks, right?
Yeah.
It's not necessarily, to simply drink on a, Saturday night and have, and get drunk. That's not the intent, right? A lot of people really enjoy their drinks. So they drink
Right.
it food, they pair it with their food, some even cook with it. Wine is known, so it's so popular to cook with, and so is brandy now. Let me now introduce you to this. I came across this particular chocolate dessert from a home
Yeah.
on, just happened to come across it on Instagram. This lady called Brownie by the Bay, and she uses brandy. She's just, in her 20s. She uses brandy to make these
Is this
chocolate.
in Bombay?
Yes, in Mumbai. Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So people are experimenting with brandy a lot. I mean, we also came across a restaurant that was flambéing gulab jamun with brandy. Some mixing
Okay.
brandy with their spice black coffee. Yes, thanks, Dipsology. Yes, of course, it is the best. Thank you for that. Yes, so mixing it with, their hot chocolate.
Hmm.
Pour, a spoon of it in their soup. So there are just so many different ways that, people are playing with brandy. And I think we're going to completely capitalize on that, because I'm learning with our consumers playing with it.
Right.
We market, we find out from the sales staff, the retailers, who is coming to purchase brandy. Is it just the
Hmm.
50-year-old, from all these years? Is it only the men that are coming? Especially now, most of the alcohol is being delivered at home, or you
Yeah.
call in the retailers. So we do our market research to find out who are these consumers who are visiting the outlets to buy. And we see that slowly that it is getting younger. So it may not go to the 25, 30s, not that young, but we are seeing
Hmm.
we're seeing basically age group of 35 to 45 now,
Okay.
developing towards brandy. What I think would be
Okay.
eminent to do at this point of time is to educate the
Sure.
the users, how versatile brandy is, and that's how we
Yeah.
create brandy drinkers.
Yeah. So I'm being really boring and drinking brandy straight out of a snifter right now, though I am being unconventional and drinking it at this early in the evening as an aperitif and not a postprandial. But I think there's a lot of space within the beverage market also to play with brandies. I mean, there's the Sidecar, of course, is one of the most classic brandy cocktails, but I'm sure
Yeah,
there's a lot of experimentation that can be done here.
yeah, that's it. Actually, that's exactly what I have here with me, the Saika. But yes,
Okay.
like I said, Coca-Cola, you mix it with colas, you mix it with soda. Traditionally, you have it with as a hot toddy with your
Right.
honey. You can have ginger, but like I said, so just like how you have Cosmopolitan for vodka, you have Metropolitan
Hmm.
for brandy.
Oh, okay.
It's vermouth. So that's another way that you can enjoy a cocktail besides the Saika. And like I said, you can mix it with, your hot chocolate. You can try it with your black tea. And you can also try to cook with it. So if you enjoy your meat, that's your lamb, your chicken, fish, you could try a couple of recipes with brandy. You'll find plenty of
Right.
all of them recommend, whether it's Indian or international, all of them recommend to choose a VSOP brandy. And that's the reason why, it tastes so nice. The flavor, the aromas of when you cook with brandy is great, but only if you use a VSOP brandy. So whichever one you're opting for,
Yeah.
make it's a, validated VSOP brand.
Yeah, now even while I'm drinking this, I am getting a lot of caramelly tones on the brandy, and it's got a nice spirit finish to it, which I think was actually great either for flambeing or even if you're deglazing a pan with a sauce, I think that would be really perfect, especially if you're looking with a darker meat. It would go extremely well.
Yes, yes, absolutely. So that's exactly what, we want everyone to do. Give it a shot, give it a try. We are also partnering with chefs. We're partnering with, so before lockdown, we did a couple of events with bartenders at restaurants, at bars, to educate them on how innovatively they could use brandy. We have Pinto here saying that his mother is 84 and brandy has played a critical role exactly in the winter months. And you're absolutely right. I mean, winter or it's the rainy season. Dr. Reserve Brandy has been quite a partner, to a lot of people at these critical times.
Yeah.
Even now, I mean, somebody just mentioned the virus. We've also learned. Sorry, I'm deviating. I'm just responding, to
No,
the.
please. Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
So I'll tell you something that we learned from the wine shops during COVID, especially when the lockdown hit. There was a lot of demand in the months of May, June, because nobody wanted to get a cold and a cough. Everyone's just so scared of getting it. And even now, I mean, who still
Yeah,
wants,
yeah.
right? I mean, you sneeze and everybody wants to step 6 feet away or 10 feet away also from you. So,
Exactly, yeah.
yeah, so when you have a bottle of Reserve Number One brandy in your home, in your bar, you just feel that this could be your remedy for any kind of cough and cold. So there was a lot of demand at that point of time. There continues to be, but we're trying to move to discover more brandy drinkers, have a more younger audience by educating on social media. We are partnering with influencers, with chefs, experts like yourself, who can also give it a shot and tell your consumers about why and how you best enjoy your brandy.
Yeah, and we've got Brownie by the Bay who's joined us, and we've just talked
Oh, yeah.
about her lovely, what was it, a brownie? Just a brownie in a jar, right?
Yes. This is exactly what she makes, Brownie by the Bay. And you must, give it a shot. It's just the taste, the flavors with the brandy. And she uses about 90 ml of brandy. You won't believe it's a lot.
Wow, that's a lot of brandy.
That's a lot of brandy. Yeah.
Yeah. No, so you were talking about the changing demographic, and you were doing some market research in terms of the age of people picking up brandy. Have you found that it's younger people across the country, or only in certain parts, or only in cities, or were you able to find out anything along those lines?
So even now you will find that the audience is still older. The transition, the change has not yet happened. You will
Right.
still, that's about 75% of the sales come from a very mature audience. The move that we have seen with the younger audience is something which is across the country. I mean, this is how we basically do this research for Pan India with our distributors. Our distributors are the ones who have their presence across the country. So they
Sure.
share the reports with us of the different brandies that are being sold across the country, since we are only present in Maharashtra as of now. So they tell us about who are these consumers and how the market is moving younger across. So in North India, we see that, of course, it takes, there's a lot of sale during the winter season. In India, we see that it is across all seasons, but again, mostly when it rains. And it is the older audience that are, the younger ones are emulating, they are learning, they're inspired by the generation, right? So when you see how did gin come about? I mean, we saw again, my grandfather used to, drink gin. I've seen that, over a period of time, and I was like, I don't think I'll ever try gin. He was so stuck to his Bombay Sapphire and vermouth, and then I used to think that really, like, when he used to offer gin to me, I said, no, I don't think I'm going to drink this, and I didn't see
Yeah.
anybody in my generation drinking it. And when I studied the history of gin, what was it? It was basically, you know, for malaria, you would have gin and tonic. So
Right.
look at the transition that has taken place over the last 5, 7 years. It is completely
Hmm.
revolutionized, you know, the gin market. We have all, you know, everybody in bars drinking it. We have restaurants stocking the best of gins. We have the demand coming from 40-year-olds. It's no more a 50, 60, 70-year-old, you know, person's
Sure.
drink.
Yeah.
It's a drink that you
Yeah.
enjoy with cocktails. It's a drink that you enjoy on the rocks and with tonic. And now the move towards more local gins as well.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you're not only having the Hendrix of the world, you are having your Stranger and Sons, your um, you know, a lot of Goan gins, Greater Than, for example, and that's the path I want to tread, and that's exactly the kind of story we're trying to build here. That not
Yeah.
only can brandy be your drink, other than the other drinks that you already have, but it can also be, you know, your vocal for local. You know, try the Indian
Sure.
brandy.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think these are very interesting points that you made. I mean, the one with gin and tonic in particular. I was not a GNT person for the longest time. I have now almost switched entirely to GNT and wine in the last couple of years, simply because of the great quality gins that are available globally, and also the interest in them and the tonics as well.
Yeah.
But also, yes, I mean, like India has now caught on to that revolution, and we are producing good quality gins. And I think one of the things is that will work in your favor, particularly with the VSOP, is that it is a good quality brandy.
Yep.
And that is something that people have not gotten used to. But
Yeah.
we are starting to look inwards. We are starting to have confidence in local producers. The vocal for local is coming from a space of confidence, of belief that Indian producers can now produce to global standards.
Yes. And we're seeing
You know,
that
and
with food, we're seeing that with vegetables, we're seeing that in so many different industries as well. So, and because, you know, gin has already done it, we have a great success story right there.
yeah, yeah. Um, do you find yourself making alliances, or are you thinking of making alliances with other producers? I mean, say like coffee or chocolate, or other kinds of categories of products which tend to have a younger appeal.
Yes, that's exactly what we have explored over the last few months. We have collaborated, you know, with products that go well with brandy. So Baro Market is one of them. They
Oh,
produce great honey and teas. So when you pair, I mean, it's the best thing to pair with. It's the reason I say the best is this because it's the easiest thing. Everybody's already tried and tested brandy with honey or brandy with tea when you have your hot toddy. So again, Baro Market is your vocal for local. So we have collaborated with them, you know, to have everybody try the brandy with their honey and their teas, just like how we have collaborated with Brownie and by the Bay, since you know she started using our brandy without us even knowing, so that completely, you know, opened a new dessert market for us. So
sure.
we talking to a lot of you know, chefs that are producing desserts, home chefs, restaurants that are particularly making desserts with
Hmm.
liquid, and of course they have the license to do that. So that's when we
Right.
are for brandy to be, you know, tried there.
Okay. Have you ever considered doing, say, like a brandy paired menu, with wine? That has been one of the favorite tools for marketing wine in India, which is doing a wine paired menu. And we're seeing whiskey also taking that up. And I've also been for water pairings. So is that something that's also on the table for you guys?
Absolutely. So we also did a virtual event with Am Club. They are a bunch of whiskey drinkers, so they wanted to, you know, have their members try brandy as well. So it was refreshing to, know from new brandy drinkers and traditional whiskey drinkers on what they thought of brandy. But yes, pairing with or collaborating with wine is something that we haven't tried. First, I have to, explore something like that.
Okay. Yeah, because I think that I'm not sure whether it was intentional or just accidental, but the Indian brandies, at least your brandies, is a little bit more spicier, I find, than the French, the cognacs and the Armagnacs. And it might actually lend itself to pairing with a number of Indian dishes and not simply just Western dishes. Have you ever, I'm not sure whether you've gone that far as yet, but perhaps it's
No,
something just to keep in mind.
but honestly, I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping.
Okay.
So, like I said, our consumers are teaching us.
Right.
We're learning from them with meat, with chocolate, with hot chocolate, with coffee, with soup. I mean, did you ever
Soup.
think that? Yes, yeah, like hinge of brandy added to your hot soup. So we are honestly like, when if I had to make a menu of offbeat, non-traditional ways that you can drink with brandy, that would be quite a read. Maybe that's something we should work on.
Yeah, I think that would be quite a fascinating idea. It'd be something definitely new in India because I don't think people have really thought about it in that way. I think this is actually with the stuff that you've been doing on Bandy is actually all the media that I've seen in recent times. With Bandy. So
It's
in
such
a
a
sense,
small,
you guys,
Antoine. It's just very small market. So the other players, honestly, who have brands like which are fast moving like beers and whiskey, they wouldn't really focus so much of their energy on a small market like brandy. Not saying that we're doing that because we only have brandy, but we have one of the best brandy in India. We're known, Mohan Brothers is known for their brandy, which is why we are now introducing a new label as well, because we want to completely dominate this market. We want to completely be synonym to brandy in India. That's the whole idea behind it. So we're hoping there is more influx of consumers at restaurants and bars, we could go back to doing brandy tasting. If have more brandy nights. So we did a lot
hmm,
of brandy nights with clubs, like your gymkhanas and family clubs.
hmm,
Surprising, there is no opposition to having brandy and drinking much of it. So, we saw that
okay,
when the men were ordering brandy, the wives didn't really have a problem with it much
okay.
as much as they would, at these clubs with whiskey. So it is just something which is more acceptable, I think. It's not. I don't know if you've seen that famous Bollywood film with the actress saying "Cognac sharab nahi hoti." So, it's something which, everybody thinks that it's okay to drink, it's going to keep you healthy. It's not going to get you a cold and flu. So we're not changing that. We're not changing that at all. In fact, we're saying, it's a great antioxidant for anti-aging. It's low on calories, so enjoy it. Women will definitely love it because it's sweet, but it has no calories. It'll keep your weight in check. It's great for medicinal purposes, but there is more to it. There is more to it. There's more to explore. So give it a shot. Make your own homemade recipes. Put it up on social media. Tag us. We'll send you a bottle. We'll help you explore more. We'll help you try more. And tell us how you're best enjoying brandy.
Well, I think whoever's listening is going to kind of definitely going to be writing in to you and saying like, we'd like a bottle of brandy and like, we're going to put up a recipe for that. Yeah. But, thank you so much, Pooja, for, spending time with us and talking about brandy. I don't think anyone's had any conversations on the subject. No, I don't think I've come across anyone who's been so passionate about pushing brandy into the market, kind of, exploring this place. It's really encouraging to hear about, making connections with other people from the industry, with other products and places. So I really wish you all the best with it. I am definitely enjoying my brandy. And I'm looking forward to hearing about this new brandy that you're coming out in January.
Yes, absolutely. You'll be the first to know. Don't worry.
Great. Thank you so much. And thank you everyone for listening in. And I do hope you all try out the brandy, try out something different rather than just your hot toddies and, the regular stuff. As Pooja said, you can cook with it. You can spike up your coffees and chocolates. So, and we're going into the colder season, even though it's Bombay, I know. But this is a really great time to play around with it. So thank you, everyone. And I will see you on Thursday evening. In the meantime, stay safe, stay well. Thank you again, Pooja.
Thank you so much. Have a good evening.
Thank you.